Right, okay, so we're going to do... You can switch off for a minute. We're going to carry out the emergency stop exercise, yeah?
Okay.
Now, I noticed when you turned up this morning you were driving a Merc A-Class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's quite a modern vehicle.
Okay.
I presume it's fitted with anti-lock braking?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you know how anti-lock brakes work?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do they
Well,
work?
It's just stop. I mean, sorry, can you just explain me everything?
Yeah, so what does the anti-lock braking system do
Mm-hmm.
to help you? Let's say you have to stop the car in an emergency. What does the anti-lock braking system do to help you?
Allow me to. No, I can't explain. Sorry.
Right, it allows you to actually steer while you're actually braking for an emergency, yeah?
So my steer will.
Yeah, you can still steer. If you were driving a car that didn't have anti-lock braking system, you wouldn't be able to steer. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And also the anti-lock brake system will actually sense if a wheel is locking up, and you'll feel a little vibration underneath your foot,
Mm-hmm.
and it will release the brake to that wheel that's losing its grip at the road, yeah?
Okay.
So the important thing is don't take your foot off the pedal.
Mm-hmm.
Just go brake firm and progressively. What we mean by that is squeeze, 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 yeah?
Okay.
Yeah? Where is it important to keep your hands when you're stopping in an emergency?
Steering.
Yeah, don't take your hands off the wheel at any point while you're stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah? And after you stop, then I will actually talk you through or ask you a few questions about where you're going to look at before you drive away, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a simulated exercise, so you needn't worry. I'll make sure the road's clear behind. And the way I do it is the way that you'll actually be doing it in a couple of weeks' time yourself. I will actually look over my shoulder, and the signal I'm going to give you is put my hand up underneath the mirror and say the word stop, yeah?
Okay.
Please don't take any notice of anything else unless a real emergency occurs, yeah? So if I'm going to sneeze or anything else, don't do it, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
As I say, don't take any notice of me looking over my shoulder. That's just a double check to make sure there's nobody there,
Okay.
yeah? The only time I want you to actually carry out the manoeuvre is when I put my hand up and say stop, yeah?
Okay.
And then once you stop, we'll have a chat afterwards. I will promise you, I'll make sure I won't do it when there's any moving vehicles behind us,
Mm-hmm.
coming towards us, or coming to the sides of us, yeah?
Okay.
And I won't do it if there's any pedestrians nearby,
Okay.
yeah? Because obviously it's a simulated exercise, you don't want to frighten anybody.
And when I do emergency, do I need to look the mirror or just brake?
No. Because you're looking in your mirror every 4 or 5 seconds anyway,
Mm-hmm.
like you see a bus come up behind you,
Yeah.
you'll know that bus is there, yeah? In a real emergency,
Actually, we don't check anything.
by using those mirrors, if you had that bus very close behind you, you would reduce your speed anyway, because of the fact that you know that if a child did run out in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
you need a bit more time to stop, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? But obviously, by looking in the mirror, if a child runs out in front of you, your priority is to make sure you don't hit that child, yeah?
Yeah.
So if you were to look in that mirror, even though it only takes a split second,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably it means that you're not going to get off the gas and get onto the brake. So therefore your reaction time is greatly reduced, yeah?
Yeah.
And we could travel another 2 or 3 car lengths in that time, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? So if you put your foot over the gas a minute.
Yeah.
Now, I know you've done this before, so I'm not going to go through the whole of the exercise, yeah?
Okay.
So the reaction time is the time it takes you to get from the gas pedal onto the brake, squeezing the brake down firmly and progressively, yeah? Right,
Yeah.
try that. So let's just say we're doing it for real. Stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'd have killed about 10 pedestrians at that time,
Yeah.
wouldn't we? Right, let's try again. Just put your foot over the gas. No need to press it.
Okay.
Stop. It's a bit quicker. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, put the clutch down as well just before you stop, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, when I did the emergency brake,
Yeah.
my bicycle should be, my engine shouldn't be stalled or anything there.
If it's stalled, it's not a great big deal. You're not going to kill anybody by stalling it.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah? Obviously, the later the clutch goes down, the better. There is some cars, I've never actually come across one, where it says you should put the clutch down at the same time as the brake.
Yeah, this one.
But if you refer to the owner's manual, it will tell you that it's the brake first and the clutch down. But there is, I believe, some cars out there that you do actually.
Clutch.
Yeah.
Clutch
Yeah?
first, yeah.
So by keeping that clutch up, it's helping the car to stop quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because you got that engine compression
Okay.
slowing the car down.
Okay.
So what I want you to do, I want you to drive normally.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want you doddering around at 10 mile an hour. Just drive normally, and we'll have a go at the emergency stop. And the signal I'm going to give you is put my hand up underneath the door mirror and say the word stop. And that's the only thing I want you to react to, yeah?
Okay.
All right? So who are you going to indicate to then?
Oh, yeah.
Very important to look between that headrest and that door pillar.
Yeah.
Stop! Now just slip your car into first gear. But don't go anywhere until I tell you. Just slip it in the first gear. Get ready to go. Now I want you to look all the way around over your left shoulder. Right round to the back window. And scan all the way through all the windows to make sure there's no mother coming running out.
Mm-hmm.
All the way in front. All the way around to the right. All clear?
Yeah.
Right, then we drive on. How did that feel? Very quick reactions, well done.
Yeah.
That was a nice stop.
Is it? Thank you.
Now, we're going to turn right, please. Now, what do you think this learner might be doing here?
Doing reverse round the back.
Yeah, so what are you going to do?
Do I need to check? I just shouldn't signal.
Yeah, you're signaling to turn right, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. So am I allowed to go in second gear or I have to stop in there?
Now, if you just find a safe and convenient and legal stopping place on the left here, which just anywhere here would be nice. Just here before we reach that silver car on the right. So you did have a vehicle behind you there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you indicate?
No.
No, so he didn't know you were stopping, did he?
No.
Right, just make the vehicle safe by putting the handbrake on and selecting neutral. Right, so what was the question you asked me there about second gear?
On the T-junction, give way, do I need to go on the fast, do I need to stop? Or if like everything clear, can I go to second
Right,
gear?
if I just turn that question back around to you there, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Would you have said you could have got away with second gear there?
No,
Why?
because I'm not going to be sure. Is there any car coming?
In other words, you couldn't see. Yeah?
Yeah.
A, we had to learn a driver that we had to get round,
Okay.
so therefore you're already in first gear anyway. Yeah? Even if the learner driver hadn't have been there, it depends on if the junction is open and you can see before you get to the giveaway line that it's clear to the right and clear to the left. Second gear may be fine, especially if it's gone downhill.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you have to be 100% sure in your own mind that there's nobody coming, and that includes small vehicles like motorbikes,
Motorbikes, yeah,
yeah?
Yeah.
Cyclists, could be a cyclist. So if you've got any parked cars that are going to restrict your view, then you'll have to use what we call the creep and peep. Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, how did your emergency stop feel?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was very well carried out. Obviously, when you're teaching me the emergency stop, you'll be teaching it as a new subject, so you'll have to give a brief. You'll have to give me a brief and go through all the things about skidding and that. Obviously, I didn't do that with you because you've been driving for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And you've have you ever carried out an emergency stop for real?
No.
Well, that's good. How do we avoid carrying out emergency stops on a regular basis?
Drive safely and stick to the limit of speed limit.
Yeah, speed limits are not. I mean, the speed limit along this road is 30. If you have a look along this road here,
focus
yeah?
on the road.
Yeah, look at this road here, yeah?
Yeah.
The speed limit's 30, yeah?
Yeah.
If I went down here at 30 mile an hour, I wouldn't be safe, would I?
No.
Because I can only see about. I can only see about 3 car lengths ahead there,
Yeah.
and those cars on the right hand side are pretty close to me, aren't they? They make the road pretty narrow.
Yeah.
So I would say you want to take about 10 mile an hour off your speed along here. So although the speed limit is 30, it's probably only really safe to do 20.
Okay.
Yeah? If there was no parked cars here, it would probably be safe to take it up to 25. And if the road was a little bit wider, with none of these little openings here, it would probably be safe to do 30. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to drive on when you're ready, please. Good. I know from driving a van, you very quickly forget to check that blind spot, don't you? But it really is crucial there. And we're going to take the second turning to the left, please. This being the first. No, I said this being the first. Yeah. Did you check both mirrors before you indicated there, or?
I did it together actually.
You done one, didn't you?
No.
You done the middle one,
Yeah, that's the middle one.
but you must get the 2 in before the indicator goes on. Yeah.
Okay.
Remember those? What are you looking for? That left hand door mirror.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
And bicycle.
Yeah. Now we're going to turn left. So by looking in the interior mirror and then sticking the indicator on, if a cyclist was coming down the inside of you there,
Yeah, he will fall.
well, he might
He
jam
must
his brakes
care,
on and
yeah.
go flying over the handlebars. Yeah.
Yeah.
So remember, people react to your indicators. So that's why you need to know what's behind you before you put the indicator on there. That was a good mirror check. Well done. So just checking your theory a little bit. What do those zigzag lines
Yeah,
mean on approach to a zebra crossing?
You never can park your car
Yeah.
on the zigzag line.
And what else?
It's dangerous if you park.
What's the other thing that you can't do?
What's the other thing I can do?
Like, can you overtake within the zigzags?
No.
But you can actually. You could overtake a cyclist.
On zigzag line?
Yeah. Providing the cyclist is not stopped at a pedestrian crossing.
Okay.
So the speed limit is what along here?
40.
And what speed are we doing?
35.
Yeah. So we call that driving. like Miss Daisy. And what's the speed limit coming up now?
National.
Good. And what's the national speed limit on this road?
70.
Try that again.
Oh, 60 that one.
You definitely need to read your highway code, didn't you?
Yeah.
Again, you're just using a bit of advanced driving there. You're going out to the white line to open your view up, aren't you?
Yeah.
You can't do that for your part two. You want to stay in the middle of your lane, yeah?
Yeah.
So the way you can judge your middle of your lane, see that mark that the cars have left that have used the road before you, yeah?
Yeah.
We call that tram lines, yeah?
Okay.
If you keep that shaded bit in the middle of the car
Yeah.
and keep your wheel either side of it,
Okay.
and the other way of judging your road position is look well ahead.
Okay.
So we're still sitting around about the 47, 48 mile an hour. So what's the danger of actually going out near that centre line in your normal driving? Think about the cars coming the opposite way. What's the danger?
You can hit.
Yeah. The least we could do is lose a door mirror.
Yeah.
And if the other person is driving as close to the white line as you are, we might even lose a bit more, mightn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah? Again, just see if we can spot that speed limit change a little bit earlier. That was quite heavy braking there, yeah?
Yeah. So okay.
No need to apologise, you're learning. Tell me what you're seeing and what you're thinking about ahead.
I can't see. I'm going straight.
Yeah, you can see by the road markings that you've got
Arrows, one going.
quite busy junctions, yeah?
Yeah.
So that should be ringing bells in your mind of the fact that cars could come out of those junctions, yeah?
Yeah.
And what can you see in the distance ahead?
Roundabout.
And we're going to turn right to that roundabout, please. That's good mirrors, well done. Good judgment, well done, that was really good. Excellent mirror work, well done. You get a gold star. And the speed limit on this road is?
National.
No. Read your road signs, yeah? It's 40 at the moment, yeah? Yeah, just as we turned into that new road, there was a speed limit sign right in front of you, yeah? Coming up around this bend. Yeah, and at that roundabout we're going to turn right, please. Timing of the signal could have been a little bit later there for one reason. The fact you're the road on the right, yeah?
Yeah.
Kind of missed the blocker there, didn't you? The blocker is the one that's coming round, blocking the other vehicles. Very unusual for a van driver to miss one of them. And we're going to take the next turning to the left, please. reason why you're getting the hang of the mirrors now is because I've given you the what, the reasons why, how to use them, and I've also given you the consequences of not using them, yeah? So that's going to make you think, and that's what you'll need to be doing to your students and to me when you're teaching me, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what we call the core comps, yeah? You'll be reading that loads about them, don't worry. But can you see how it works by me explaining? You know, I'm not just saying to you, check this mirror, check that mirror.
Yeah.
I'm giving you the reasons why we're going to straight on. And I'm also giving you the reasons what's going to happen if you don't. It makes you actually do it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you understand then the dangers of not doing it, yeah?
Yeah.
And just tell me what you expect to see around this next bend. Well, you've already missed it anyway. So there it is in front of you. It's a Pelican crossing. How do we know it's a Pelican crossing?
Pelican crossing.
It's got the old tie box on it and no lights on the top, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, no cameras on the top. And we're going to turn right. Very, very slow away there. Could have just probably kept that moving really, couldn't we? I know what you're going to say. You didn't know where the taxi was going, yeah?
Yeah.
But we did have somebody blocking the taxi at that point, didn't we?
So if I wait there like that, is it a mark?
That's hesitancy, yeah. Because you're not reading the road ahead of you. You're not planning and anticipating. Now Abdu, I'm going to take the next turning to the right and then immediately right again, which is going to take you down this road here. So, that's the importance of checking your mirrors, yeah? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Imagine being hit by a 2 or 3 ton Range Rover, yeah? And if we just stop just on the left, just past that driveway, I'll do nice. So just past the first driveway in between the 2 driveways. That'll do fine. Okay. Switch off and relax. How was that?
A bit nervous.
Yeah, it's a bit. Obviously, I'm very picky.
Ah, that's good.
Yeah, but I'm not actually picking at the moment. I'm just polishing. You know, I'll be very honest with you. There's not a massive amount of work to do with your driving, and if I tell you what to do, why to do it, how to do it, and the consequences, you'll learn it very quick. Yeah. Obviously, I did pull you up on checking the interior mirror and then sticking the indicator on and then checking the appropriate door mirror afterwards because it's too late. Yeah. But once I gave you the reasons and the consequences, you seem to have got that quite quickly, yeah? Just before we turned in there, did you know that Range Rover was behind us?
Yeah.
See how close he was?
Yeah, he was.
That's why it's important, yeah? Because if we'd have put the indicator on there, he already had started the overtake. He may well have jammed his brakes on and probably tried to swing in behind us. And if we got hit by him, we'd be looking at a new car, and we'd probably be looking at a couple of weeks in hospital, yeah?
Yeah.
Because those Range Rovers weigh about 2 or 3 ton, don't they? And there's no way he would have managed to stop. He had no reason to overtake you there.
Yeah.
It's a 30 mile an hour speed limit, but that doesn't mean to say he's not going to, yeah?
Yeah.
Any questions on what we've done?
No.
So, between now and next Saturday, if you actually put this into practice, you know when you're going for a drive, driving to work or whatever, what you need to do is just allow yourself a little bit more time to make that drive.
Okay.
And so you're not in a hurry, and then you can put all this into practice, what we're doing today, yeah?
Okay.
Because don't forget, if you come out with me today and I get you driving to a high standard, and you get back in your own vehicle and think, oh, he's not sitting beside me whinging at me now, and you start driving like a bit of a woolly, when you come back down next Saturday, it's not going to fall into place, yeah?
Yeah.
So this standard of driving, which we're going to improve on over the next couple of weeks, is something that you need to hold all the way through your driving instructor career, yeah?
Yeah.
Because you need to teach it to your students, and if you can't do it yourself, well, if you can't do it, you wouldn't pass in the first place anyway, yeah? But you need to be passing this on to your students, and you'll find you'll actually even get better with your driving with experience, yeah? Once you become a driving instructor, doesn't mean it doesn't end there. There's loads of opportunities open to you to do fleet training, which is another exam. There's opportunities to do instructor training. But to do all that, you need to know, you need to keep your standard up to a very high standard. And again, that's why I say to you, for the sake of £4 or £5 a week, stay a member of that Blaine training site, yeah? Because those videos are updated on a regular basis to keep you up to date with exactly what the DSA are looking for, yeah?
Okay.
And it's got on there not only learning about your Part 2, about the instruction for your Part 3, it also covers your check test, which comes very, very within about 4 months after you passing your ADI exam. It's got about teaching real learners, and you've got to remember a check test then can be repeated about every second, third or fourth year. So you're all the time keeping up with the very, very latest
So on my
changes.
check test, if I fail,
On your first check test after you qualify, and they tend to come out within 4 months now. On the first one, if it didn't go very well, you get what's called an educational. Yeah,
Okay.
and then they'd come back and see you very quickly. But on the first one, if you reach a good standard, you'll either be graded 4, which is a pass, 5, or the top mark is 6, yeah? Yeah? So if you get below a 4 in your first one, you will get an educational.
Okay.
And then they'll come back and see you again, yeah?
Oh, okay.
But most people who put the work in will actually get a grade on their first check test, yeah? And then if you get a 4, you probably won't be seeing for about another 2 years. If you get a 5 or a 6, you probably wouldn't be seeing for another 4 years.
Okay.
Right, just going to give this a pause for a minute.